Hi, good morning. I have been harvesting some yarrow and I thought I'd take you along and then maybe read some benefits about yarrow for you. Okay, let's go. So, here we are. I'm getting ready to go away and I figured I'm going to fill up my basket and hang them to dry. So that's where I am now. I'll take you along here. I'm going to harvest the rest of these. There we go. Getting used to this camera work stuff. And these have been in bloom for a couple of weeks. So thinking if I cut them all down, that by the time I get home, I'll have a new patch. Not that I need more, because I already have a lot dried, even from last year, but this patch is a new patch here. I didn't grow this one here. It just randomly came up. And I heard an old shaman lady say, it's easy to tell what a person suffers from by the plants that grow around their home, because apparently that's how the Creator works. The frequency and vibration. So if we're vibrating at a certain frequency, then the Creator will put an energy that can help that. So I got my basket of yarrow, and I got a couple of books I want to show you, and I'll read a little bit about yarrow. Hi. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of books I have, and my tea actually has some yarrow. This tea has quite a bit. It has yarrow, white clover, sumac, stinging nettle. Yeah, it's a long list. I think I'll show you when I make it. Recorded a little video. I just don't know if it was good enough. I'll add it. This whole video stuff. I'm trying. Okay, this is the first one I'm going to read you from. I really love this book. It's got so much. It's got more than plants in it. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I'm too little for that. So, but anyway, yarrow, Achillea millefolium. I'm not a very good reader, so you're gonna have to bear with me. You can use the entire plant. It's astringent, tonic, alternative, diuretic, vulnerary, and diaphoretic. Whoopsie daisy. It says, I have used yarrow very extensively as it grows abundantly in the northern part of Wisconsin where I was born and reared. It also grows in many other parts of the United States. Excellent for hemorrhages and bleeding from the lungs. If taken freely at the beginning of a cold with other simple remedies, it will break it up in 24 hours. A fine remedy in all kinds of fevers when taken hot. It will open the pores to release toxins, raise the temperature, and increase circulation. It is the most effective remedy for suppressed urine, scanty urine, and where there's mucus discharge from the bladder. An ointment of yarrow will cure old wounds, ulcers, and fistulas. I'm going to add yarrow to my cannabis cream this year. I added calendula last year. But yeah, I'm kind of starting to play with the cannabis cream. My sister has some skin cancer, and I've made her cannabis cream, which is strictly cannabis and frankincense and peppermint essential oils, just very little bit. But I recently learned that her favorite, the best one, actually had calendula in it. So I'm going to add calendula, but I'm going to try yarrow this year. So where was I? The ointment of yarrow will cure old wounds, ulcers, and fistulas. Excellent douche for leucorrhea. I don't know what leucorrhea is, but very useful in measles, smallpox, and chickenpox. Good for dyspepsia. I don't drink Pepsi now. There's a dyspepsia. Just kidding. And hemorrhages from the lungs and bowels. Where there's a bad condition of piles or hemorrhoids, take a cleansing enema and a yarrow enema each day. If there's much pain, have the water at 112 to 115 degrees. Yarrow has very healing and soothing effect on the mucous membranes. Also inject 2 tablespoonfuls several times a day and after each stool. It is a very successful remedy in typhoid fever. It is good for diarrhea and dysentery in both infants and adults. For very small infants, inject a cupful or more according to age. Successful in female troubles in the womb and in womb troubles. Good for expelling gas from the stomach and intestines. Very useful in diabetes and Bright's disease. Yarrow is more effective than quinine. Well, imagine that. For fevers, drink hot yarrow tea. Steep a heaping teaspoonful in a cup of boiling water for 30 minutes. Drink 3 cupfuls a day for an hour before meals, and 1 upon retiring. It must be given warm to be effective. Yeah, this is an old book from 1939. I love the older books, and I tend to go for the older books. I mean, this is so old, I found it at a used store, and it smells like somebody's basement. I even tried to put it in a bin of coffee and stuff to try and get rid of the smell, but this is a really good book, too. I mean, I could take it downstairs to my handy dandy encyclopedia set that I got, you know, since all the good information gets canceled these days for whatever reason they say is a good reason. I wanted to read you this part about Yarrow. This is old. This is an old book. I don't know when it was done here. And my eyesight is really bad, so you'll see me squinting probably. I have cataracts and glaucoma. Let's see. Learning from medicine's past. I don't know if I should read all that. Anyway, the earliest treatments. In most past societies, and from present ones, sickness was viewed as punishment from the gods. Early medicine men treated the sick with prayers and rituals that included what may have been considered magic potions. Most of these medicinal preparations were conducted from local herbs. Though it may be true that the herbs were selected first because of their color, odor, shape, and rarity, what followed could hardly have been a process guided by whim alone. Rather, the application of any one herb or mixture of herbs to a specific disorder must have been the results of much trial and error, experimentation over many generations. How else to explain the fact that oceans apart from one another, different civilizations learned to use closely related medicinal plants in almost identical ways? Archaeological discoveries at a 60,000-year-old Neanderthal burial ground in Iraq point to the use of several plants that still figure in folk medicine. Among them, marshmallow, yarrow, and groundsel. Groundsel. I never heard of that one. But I did hear marshmallow and yarrow. Look how pretty yarrow looks in the sunlight. Can you see it? So, where was I? Mexican Indians of thousands of years ago used peyote cactus. Possibly then, as now, peyote was valued for its hallucinogenic properties and equally possibly for its active medicinal substances, which are still used to heal bruises and wounds, and are now known to have antibiotic properties. The Sumerians inhabited an area around Tigris and Euphrates River in what is now Iraq about 4000 BC. From their cuneiform writings on clay tablets, we know that their medicines included opium, licorice, thyme, mustard, and the chemical element sulfur. Sulfur. You know what? I had been suffering with eczema for so long on my hand, and I went completely raw foods to try and heal it. Figured out you can't just do raw foods because lemons, limes, tomatoes, garlic, onions, peppers, pineapples, cranberries. There's a list of beautiful foods that still made me itch. Anyway, I went to a naturopath finally, and he gave me a homeopathic sulfur. Because eczema is a gut issue, and I've been trying to work on the gut. But I'm telling you, if you have eczema and you haven't gone to a naturopath or get them, try to get sulfur. I've been on that for 3 weeks, and I must say, my hand is softer and it's not so itchy unless I eat tomatoes or something. But I'm still going to try and get to my tomatoes because I got tomatoes coming in, and if I can heal it completely, I'm telling you, just look into sulfur. So this is really interesting to me that they say sulfur. Where was it? I lost my place. Oh, and the chemical element sulfur. The Babylonians, who followed, apparently expanded the Sumerian stock of medicinal substances, adding senna leaves, saffron, coriander, cinnamon, and garlic, among other herbs, to their formulary. From such herbs and from plant resins such as galbanum and storax, they made medicinal decoctions and extracts, wines, poultices, salves, and liniments. Anyway, that's a good book. And maybe this is getting a bit longer, but I wanted to read you from this book too. So where am I at? 10 minutes. Okay, so let me read you from this one. Yarrow. Some sources suggest parboiled yarrow as a vegetable, but most consider it too bitter to eat. In Sweden, these plants sometimes replaced hops in beer. So yarrow is one of the most widely used medicinal plants in the world. It has been used for thousands of years as a stipic, whatever that is, a plant that stops bleeding. I guess that's what a stipic is. Oh, I knew it stopped internal and external bleeding. Pretty powerful plant from what I've read about it. And these aren't the only books or sites I've read about yarrow. Yarrow's pretty amazing, which is really interesting when you do find plants that grow out of the blue around your house. Okay, so Achilles, the Greek hero from whom this genus was named, was said to have saved the lives of many soldiers by applying yarrow to their wounds. The plant contains alkaloids that have been shown to reduce clotting time and have been used to suppress menstruation. It also has sedative, pain-killing, antiseptic, and anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic constituents that may help to relieve menstrual cramps. Yarrow leaves have been used as a wash in washes, salves, and poultices for treating burns, boils, open sores, pimples, mosquito bites, earache, sore eyes, and aching backs and legs. The tea has been taken as a tonic and as a treatment for colds and fevers because it stimulates sweating, lowers blood pressure. The plant also stimulates salivation. Sorry. Salivation. Yeah, okay, let's just continue. And the secretion of bile and gastric juices. Yarrow has been used to improve appetite and digestion, to speed labor and heal the uterus after birth, and to treat diarrhea, urinary tract infections, even diabetes. Mashed leaves or roots were used as a topical anesthetic or on aching teeth. Other uses. Dried yarrow has been used for perfume and a bath powder. Fresh leaves can be rubbed on the skin as an effective, though temporary, insect repellent. I heard that, so if you can add it to your fly sprays. The hardy, attractive plant are excellent in wildflower gardens, but their spreading rhizomes may creep into an area where they are not wanted. So they spread by rhizomes. The attractive, spicy scent. Dried flowers are lovely in flower arrangements. Yarrow tea is said to make an excellent hair rinse. Well, I'll be starting that. Hair rinse. People with sensitive skin may react to these plants. Yarrow contains thujone, which is a neurotoxin, in large doses and can cause miscarriages. Just if you're pregnant, just avoid most plants, I'd say. Yeah. So, there. Having a spot of tea with you. But not pretty in the sunlight. Yeah. So I hope you like this not so short video about Yarrow. And I'm sorry about my mess ups because I'm still learning about editing and I don't know how to cut those crazy things out. So as time goes by, I might get better at this. I hope so. But anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the other side of another video. Take care. Well, that is my yarrow harvest for 2024. I certainly don't need any more. I hang herbs wherever I can. We'll be going away, so these will be dry when I get back and I'll deal with them then. But I actually wanted to fill up this jar, and I know I'm going to go beyond this jar. But it never hurts to have some yarrow in your pantry for whatever healing you may need, because it has a wide variety of uses. So if anything, I hope I inspired you to go find some yarrow, check out some yarrow, and yeah, have it in your pantry in case you ever need it. Take care.